everyone. Lavides here with a long awaited update, I'm sure. Um, so I kind of promised a few people that once I got settled into this new flat, that I would bring an update on what's going on. And this is it. Let me say, this took a bit longer than I anticipated. I initially wanted to move in here as a place to stay, to be, to exist. A place where I could cook food, sleep, and do my work. But fixing up the place was, first of all, tidying up the place, getting all the shit that was in here before out of here, was kind of a big job. And once I got all the shit out, I realized that there was a lot of potential in this place if I could actually fix it up. So I got new flooring, I got fixed the paneling, I changed the entire kitchen out. I made my own stove, which was kind of awesome. I got a new bathroom, fixed up a bedroom, hallway, workroom, and a living room. And I'm pretty happy about it. It took a while and I'm not finished yet. There's some paint jobs that needs done. I'm shitty at painting, especially paneling on windows and stuff like that. So I just kind of skip that for now. But one of the first things I did when I moved in here last week, up until then I have kind of been bumming off my mother living in her attic. One of the first things I did when I moved in here was set up a study area so I could continue my work on the Skjuggebog, because that's also a thing that has been really long overdue. Initially it should have been done by October last year. Obviously it's not, because life. And it turned out to be pretty interesting. Yeah, also over the last couple of months I actually started smoking cigarettes and I'm trying to get off them again. So I changed to a vaporizer with nicotine and I'm slowly tripping down the amount of nicotine intake so I can get off that shit. Anyway, I just finished editing the final chapter of the Skjuggebog. There's still a few things missing in here. Basically some illustration work, some proofreading, and some technical editing. And a few gather that I still want to put in here that's not put in yet. But the final chapter is done. The thing I wanted to do with the book was not only have Galdr and besvärelse and trolldomskunst in there. I wanted to have more. I wanted an overall narrative, a sort of story arc. And when I initially started writing, I think over 2 years ago, I started out putting in a few Galdr stuff here, and then I started writing a prologue. The prologue, an early sketch of it, or an early version of it, can be found on my Patreon for some of the patrons on there. but I kind of went back and edited it a few times. But I wanted to keep it in the spirit of the initial feel when I wrote it, because I wrote it in another state of my life, in another period of my life than the one I'm in now. While writing this book, I have gone through a transition, both spiritually and personally. When I started writing the prologue, I was writing about going to the edge of it all and staring down to the deep abyss, to look beyond the threshold and to decide whether or not to let go and let yourself fall. In the Tyler Durden sense, losing everything to gain everything. And then that kind of sort of happened to me after I wrote it. I might have inflicted this upon myself. I may have wished for it, and it came. And it has been a bumpy ride. So the middle of the book, the middle narrative of the book was written while I was in this transition period. And it was actually, the middle part of the book is not about me. It's not about my transition. It's about a false transition. Some people might view it as a story about a fictional character being lured into a trap. Some people might think of it as an actual person I'm writing about being lured into a trap. I won't say which. I'll let you decide. Some may just see it as a metaphor describing an archetype. But I wrote that part while I was in a transition period. And then I wanted to finish up with a final narrative, an ending to the narrative. But I was kind of stuck. I was stuck because of work. I was stuck because of fixing up this place. And I was stuck because of personal issues and things going on in my life. But as I expected, and actually gave up on expecting again, letting go of everything would bring something new. And the moment you give up that hope of things changing, things does. And a few weeks back, that made me sketch out the final chapter of the book in my head. And then I had some, let's call them visions, because that was basically what it was. It was dreams, both vivid dreams and dreams I had while I was sleeping at night, that formed out the metaphors I wanted to use for the final narrative of the book. While the first part of the book ended up being a prophecy that fulfilled itself before I ended the book, and the middle part of the book also kind of was a prophecy of sorts that actually just has come to fulfillment in a strange sense. The final part of the book is the reverse. It's a metaphor for things that has happened as a consequence of things So it was really interesting writing it. It was really, I felt good getting things sorted out and be able to like put that final dot at the end of it. And now it's done. I'm gonna get some proofreading done of it, and I'm gonna edit a few more things, and then basically it's done. I still don't know about the publication, how the publication is gonna work, and when there will be a hard copy of the book. Because during this time of working on it, I have fallen a bit out of contact with people around me. Um, I am not a social person. People who write me on Facebook might have noticed that it can take me a long time to answer messages, except a few people that I talk to regularly. English, speak it. Um, Otherwise, I tend to be somewhat of a hermit. Um, and that means I have a few contacts I have to pull over the next coming weeks to figure out how to go about these things. I'm sure everything will fall in place, and and I'll let you guys know how things proceed. Um, to those who have been worried about me, don't be. I'm fine. I am more than fine. I am really good. Um, for those who have left my life, I hope things go your way. Um, for those who has stuck by me, skål. Ready. And for those who have appeared, thank you. Um, it's really late here, well past midnight. Let's see. Yeah, it's 2:30 a.m., which also explains why I might look a little tired. So I'll be going to bed now, and in the coming weeks, I hope to have some updates on what's going on with the book, and I will be picking up on more regular posting on Patreon and Facebook. I have already done this. I have picked up the pace a bit. I want to pick it up even further, and that's what you can expect right now. As soon as I have more information on the book, I will make another video about it. Until then, thank you for following me and following my work. Thank you for your support, those that have been supporting me. Especially you guys on Patreon, because you have really stuck by me. Even though I haven't fulfilled some of the stuff that I promised, like I'm not even gonna put in a credit at the end of this video because I am too fucking tired to do so. I might post a list of thank you to people as a comment tomorrow to this, just to let people know that I haven't forgotten about you. Your support means really a great deal to me, because it has been able to open doors, and it has enabled me to do stuff that I would not have been able to do otherwise. And I hope ending this book will open up new interesting projects, and I want to escalate my work into more than I'm already doing, more than I have been doing over the last couple of years, more than just the Galdrastafir, more than just the occasional besvärjelse or trolldom or you know, spells and stuff that I post. I want to evolve it into something more, and I think that's coming. I can't say when, I can't say how long it will take, but there is a transition period still going on, and it's gonna be an interesting ride for me and hopefully for you guys too. So I can hear my dog is already snoring, so I think I'll go join it. And good night to you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I'm just rambling. Gonna go to bed now. See you all sometime really soon, I hope.